Details on NXT India launching in 2021 revealed. In an SK exclusive, WWE superstar Lana chats with our own Rick Ucchino, and Bret Hart accuses Vince McMahon of killing tag team wrestling. Hello everyone, Jose G here bringing you today's top stories in today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. NXT India launching in 2021. It was recently reported by Brandon Thurston and John Pollock that WWE NXT India program would be initiated in the year 2021. Sources have told SK Wrestling that while the upcoming tournament that will feature Indian talent, the WWE NXT India tapings will happen at the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. This is of course because of the travel restrictions imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The WWE NXT India program is being initiated to fulfill the terms of a contract between WWE and Sony Sports Network and will be broadcast on both the WWE Network and one or more Sony Sport Network channels. While details are still being finalized, sources from SK Wrestling that the proposed launch date for the WWE NXT India show is the 26th of January, a day that India celebrates as Republic Day. Alongside NXT India, NXT Asia featuring talents from locations as Japan, China, and Singapore to be focused area WWE going forward. It's also believed that if things normalize by then, a fully functional performance center will be launched by the WWE in India in 2022. In an interview with SK Wrestling prior to the tryouts, Canyon Seaman and Senior Director of Talent Development had revealed the following, quote, "India is one of our top international markets. In terms of audience size, it is our largest. Something like 89 million Indians watch WrestleMania 33. 50 million Indians watch Raw and SmackDown every week on Sony 10 or Sony 10-1 HD. Sunday Damal has 25 million tuning in, and those are numbers greater than any international market we have," end quote. Our sources also believe that WWE wants to consolidate the South Asian and Southeast Asian market with properties such as WWE NXT India and NXT Asia because of AEW's strong presence in Asia and the vast potential that can potentially be tapped. Sasha Banks sets her eyes on the United States and Intercontinental and WWE Championships. Sasha Banks appeared in an interview with WWE India and answered a bunch of questions. When asked what she still wants to achieve in WWE, Banks said that she wants to win every possible championship WWE has to offer, including several men's titles. Sasha Banks said that she could not believe how much she has accomplished in WWE, but still feels that she has a lot more to do. Banks listed the NXT UK Women's Championship, WWE Championship, Intercontinental Championship, and the United States Championship as titles she is still looking to win in the future, saying, quote, "I've done so much, I can't even believe it, but I feel like I need to win the NXT UK Women's Championship, the WWE Championship, the Intercontinental title, the United States title. There's just so much more to do and I've got a lot of time to do it, so I cannot wait," end quote. It is safe to say that Sasha Banks does not lack ambition, and while it may be difficult for her to hold all those titles, it certainly isn't impossible. But for now, all her focus will be on the WWE TLC and her opponent, Carmella. In an SK Wrestling exclusive, Lana reacts to her feud with the announcers table and the Liv Morgan storyline. In this exclusive chat with Sportskeeda's own Rick Ucchino, WWE superstar Lana spoke about her rivalry with the announcers table, courtesy of Nia Jax, and her abandoned story arc with Liv Morgan. Here is what WWE superstar had to say to our very own Rick Ucchino in this SK Wrestling exclusive.
I want to see you beat Nia Jax. I want to see you beat her down. More importantly, I want to see you put her through a damn table. And,
me too.
and that brings me to this, that 9 weeks in a row, you ended up going through the announcer's desk. I think that's the second most prolific streak in the WWE after Taker at WrestleMania. At what point did that become like a legit thing? Like when you, did you know that this was something, right off the bat, or did it kind of just develop organically over time?
Oh, I definitely didn't know that was going to be off the bat, that's for sure. I just kept on showing up, Nia was not going to keep me down. And I think, honestly, I surprised myself, and I think I surprised a lot of people. I don't think anyone thought I was going to be as durable, as resilient, and as tough. And I said, no, you're not going to keep me down. No one is. I am tough, I am durable, I am resilient, and I am more than enough. And I tell myself those words every morning. And I repeat it over and over again until I believe it. And yeah, I just kept on showing up, kept on coming back. No, you're not going to keep me down, Nia. And let me tell you, your body feels it. Don't get me wrong. Wow, that Tuesday the next day, it's like, whoa, wow. She is a, we know Nia. She's a strong woman, and you feel the impact of that woman. But I am resilient, and I am durable, and I am strong, and I get back up, and I show up, and I go, Nia, you're not going to keep me down. I'm going to face you, and I'm going to slay you, and I'm going to become with Asuka the Women's Tag Team Champion.
You can watch the full interview with Lana and Rick Ucchino on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. Drew McIntyre describes his worst bump ever at Hell in a Cell. WWE Champion Drew McIntyre appeared on the WWE's The Bump and spoke about various topics, including his upcoming match at TLC with AJ Styles. McIntyre also reflected on his Hell in a Cell match with Randy Orton. The Scottish psychopath described the bump that he took in his match with Orton as one of his worst ever. McIntyre recalled the match and he commented on the bump. Before the spot, McIntyre and the Viper were fighting on the side of the structure. Then Orton got the better of the champion, causing McIntyre to lose his grip and fall all the way down to the announce table, saying, quote, "It really, really, really sucked. It was easily the worst fall of my entire career. For some reason, I thought that table was going to break my fall, but it didn't," end quote. This fall was one of the many reasons McIntyre lost his WWE Championship to Orton at the Hell in a Cell match, but the King of the Claymore Country eventually won his title back on WWE Raw right before WWE Survivor Series. Bret Hart accuses Vince McMahon of killing tag team wrestling. WWE Hall of Famer Bret Hart recently opened up on tag team wrestling and made a pretty bold statement about the same. On the latest edition of Confessions of the Hitman, Hart looked back on how rich and engaging WWE's tag team division used to be back in the day. He added that he believes WWE Chairman Vince McMahon single-handedly killed the tag team wrestling division by saying, quote, "I think it's my understanding that Vince McMahon got sick of tag team wrestling and is no longer a fan of it. And that's so sad that he kind of single-handedly killed part of the wrestling business that was so important," end quote. Bret Hart is a two-time World Tag Team Champion, and in addition to winning the WWE title on 5 occasions, the Hart Foundation was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019. Thanks for watching today's SK Wrestling News Roundup. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Download the Sportskeeda app from the App Store for the most up-to-date stories in the world of wrestling.